Hello, Z, everybody, and welcome to the Bad Wolf broadcast. I am Tony, and with me always,
Oti! Yay! We're back!
yay, we are back. And today we're talking because guess what? We are actually back. Not just us at the Bad Wolf broadcast, but Doctor Who is coming back this season, starting this next Saturday, depending when you're listening to this episode. But the Saturday of your week that you're listening to this episode, this season is coming back. And we are very, very excited. We cannot wait for it.
It's Saturdays now?
It's always been Saturdays. No?
I'm pretty sure it was Fridays last time.
Was it? Well, this is the 12th of April, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a Saturday?
It is. You are correct. However, is it April 12, 9 p.m.?
Well, I have not seen an exact hour this time around. I am going to assume. Well, they did it 12 p.m. last time around because that was a time that it could release both in the U.S. and across the world.
No, but it
at a visual time, right?
In U.S. it was like at 9 p.m. because I specifically remember the second to last episode, the Legend of Ruby Sunday. I remember that after work, I went to have dinner and you watched it and you were like, you did not watch it? I'm like, no, I'm having dinner. You're like, oh, dude, it's crazy. So,
okay. All right. I'll pull up my calendar real quick just to cross-reference some things. But that being said, that is the date that is showing for me as the release.
Welcome to Bat Wolf Broadcast, the podcast where the hosts have no idea when the show is dropping.
We don't know what we're doing, but you know what? We do know that we love Doctor Who, and we are very excited for it to come.
We don't know what we're doing, but we know we love doing it.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. So, Tony, Doctor Who, it's coming back. We have a new season coming. We're still in Disney Plus. Disney's still ruining Doctor Who, apparently.
Yep.
And
that they are.
We have a new companion. We have trailers. We have episode titles, episode writers, episode everything. So,
yep.
I think we're definitely ready. We're gonna be watching 2 YouTube clips. We're gonna be watching the latest Doctor Who trailer, which released last week, I think, and they also dropped like a 1-minute behind the scenes stuff. So we'll watch that too, just for fun. So, before we get to anything, Tony, what's standing out to you for this new season? Like, what has you excited for a new Doctor Who summer? Let's say.
A few things, definitely. One, when and how will Millie Gibson come back?
We literally have that answer.
Because I know we do, but I mean like story wise, like not just like I know she is.
She's all over the marketing for one specific episode. So
I know she is, but I'm saying like what, how, and why, like really, like because.
But by the way, I'm sorry. I'll get back to you, but yeah. I just want to say it's so funny to me how much has leaked for this season. Like, I know Millie Gibson is showing up in the 4th episode, like a year ago. So maybe not a year ago, but maybe like 6 months ago, maybe even more. So I just want to like leave that out there. It's interesting to me. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, well, one thing is that this is the first time that Doctor Who has had such an international marketing and an international push. You have to understand, even with New Who, even with the Tennant era, the Matt Smith era, the Capaldi era that were huge, it was still relatively self-contained to the UK and European market, very much so. Like, I barely remember seeing marketing only because I followed them and I wanted to know, was
Mhm.
because I knew stuff. But it wasn't like it was all over the place. And I told you this when the first Shooty season came out. It was the first time I saw a poster in the wild in the US. Like outside, like in a bus stop, there was a Doctor Who poster, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, where are we? Like, what are we doing? So it really is the first time that they're doing this whole push, and with that comes the what I'm gonna call the Marvel paparazzi thing, which is like everything releases, so they kind of have to just be open and be an open book about what they're doing. So I do get that, but it is definitely something that I'm excited about. How is Ruby coming back? But coming to a second thing, this whole Verada thing, like how are we? How what does this character have to do with the other character that she played, and how
With
does
the
this kind of,
Anglican.
huh?
With the Anglican.
Yeah, exactly. And how does it tie in? We know that it's called out. We've seen it. We know that a thing that I love about Doctor Who, and I've always talked about this, the TARDIS can never work how it has to be. So of course, this whole season is about, yes, I'm gonna get you home, but it's gonna take me a long ass time. You just gotta figure it out. So I am excited about that and learning more about this. This doctor is learning about himself, so we're learning with him. So I'm excited about all of that. And
Yeah, I think the Verada thing is definitely. Those two are probably my lingering questions. Like, again, as you mentioned, in the story, where does Millie
who, why, and
Gibson.
why?
Why is Ruby back? Or why are we back in Earth with Ruby? Because again, companions tend to disappear and never show back up. And
Yeah.
maybe they come back like 30 years later. So like, why are we jumping back to Ruby right away? I mean, we kind of did that with Martha though. Martha showed up quite a few times.
It's happened. It's not the norm. So
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting that we're doing that. And not only that, we know Kate is coming back. We know Mel is coming back. So
Another companion coming
that's
back.
two characters that we like usually get very sparsely, you know what I mean? Like we get them
Yeah,
every once in a while, not so continuously. And so suddenly they're a huge part of the story. So, you know, leaves those lingering questions, you know.
yeah. The other thing I'm very interested in knowing though is Mrs. Flood.
Yep.
Russell has said that she's in every single episode.
Why wouldn't she be?
She's the new
She's the new, yeah, exactly. That's what I was
Susan
gonna say.
Triad.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, she's back in every episode. I'm dying to know what the fuck she's about. Like that's something that we've been asking that question since the last Christmas special.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's when she said, "Oh, you've never seen a TARDIS before."
What does that mean?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and not only that, now we see her in places that we have not seen her before. Like before, she was simply on Earth as the neighbor.
Yeah.
Now we are seeing her, like she's in the Intergalactic Song episode. She's in like everywhere. So
She's in every episode.
it's gonna be interesting to see how and why she's there. Is she the new Sutek? Is she holding on to the TARDIS this whole season?
Is she the master?
Is she? If nah.
Nah. Michelle Gomez though.
Is she the Corsair?
The conquistador.
Oh, that'd be great.
The nurse.
The nurse.
Okay, let's watch the trailer. Yay!
The ambulance driver. That would be my Gallifreyan name.
The ambulance driver. The account.
The accountant.
I am the last of the Time Lords. I'm from a different planet. An evolved life form? And I have waited for the day of your arrival. I'm the doctor.
Doctor what?
Just a doctor.
All right then. I'm called the nurse.
Good team. You left Earth.
It's been 2
It
hours.
was 6 months ago. This should get you back. It is bigger on the inside than the outside.
You need to get me home.
You don't need to rush, because...
This is a time machine.
Oh. 1952. 51st century.
The 803rd Interstellar Song Contest!
Oh, we're so safe.
We're staying.
What year is this?
2007.
Can't you get this box of yours fixed? Have you ever heard of the planet?
No.
Never heard of it. My parents are back home. Are they safe?
I hope so.
Ta-da!
What?
Roll up!
Doctor, what are you doing?
I think we're being animated!
Gosh, I'm all flat. And this waistline is impossible.
I will not fail you!
Everything is out of sync. Our entire reality is in danger. I promised that I would keep you safe.
But you can't promise.
I can. I will. I do.
Daleks.
The fucking doctor. Daleks where?
Didn't you see the shot where the guy gets lasered? Did you not think that was Daleks?
Of course I thought those were Daleks, but we kind of know no Daleks.
How do we know?
I believe Russell.
I don't trust Russell for damn.
I shouldn't, but I kind of do. Well, we'll see. No, I still think we're not gonna get any Daleks. But dude, I'm missing that because like, or the Cybermen.
I know. I think while I love that Russell is obviously trying to take Doctor Who into a new direction and like a new era and an expanded era in and of itself, I do miss the old stuff. And not only that, I think Shruti does as well. Like I think like as an actor who gets to play the Doctor, you want to play some of the Doctor's best villains, don't you? Like it gives you an opportunity to cement yourself as that guy, like Matt Smith, the first guy to ever kick a Dalek. You know what I mean? Like
So yeah, I'm interested in the story. I like this whole New Gods thing we're doing. Like, if Doctor Who wants to riff on Jack Kirby, go ahead. Like, I'll do it. But I kind of want that silliness.
Yeah. Hey, it's there. Alan Cummings is playing an animated character, so
okay.
It's there.
Thank you for mentioning that because I'm so interested with that. Like, what percentage of the episode is going to be animated?
I want to say at least like a third.
A third of the episode. Okay, wow.
Well, because we're gonna start unanimated, they become animated, and then they unanimate to wrap it up.
Yep. This is one of the episodes, by the way, where we have seen the leaked footage, like, for, I think, a year. Because the season was filming during the last season.
Yeah.
Again, why Earth? Why Ruby again? I don't know. I'm interested in the episode titles. There's one, the last one, the Reality War. Like, what the fuck is that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think there's so many things that I'm intrigued about by that.
Flux?
Like,
Flux is back?
could it be?
What were those aliens? I don't
The
remember the name.
aliens.
The weirdos with the minerals.
Yeah, with the
growing out of them.
minerals. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. How do you think is gonna be the first encounter with Varada? Do you think she's just gonna like appear in the TARDIS, or do you think he's gonna run into her and bring her in? Like,
I think
whoa.
it's gonna be more so he's gonna run into her and rope her in. From what the trailer gives us, and this is just again speculating and me kind of trying to piece stuff together. Verada's character is gonna be roped into a situation that pulls her away, and the doctor is going to kind of run into her and just be like, "Hey, well, I can save you if you want. Just come
Mhm.
with me." And then he's gonna sort of figure out and be like, "Wait, I know you," which is a very doctor thing. So
Yeah. Um. Do you think last season was interesting because it was a lot of just fun adventure, but they managed to weave in this arc for the Doctor, everything with what was Jonathan Groff's name?
Rogue.
Rogue, everything of course with Dud and Bubble, then having to leave Ruby. It
Mm-hmm.
was like a heavy season for the Doctor, even though
Yeah.
this is the new I go to therapy Doctor.
Right.
Um, do you think we're gonna continue to challenge the character in different ways?
I think so. I mean, despite it being a positive episode, I think Joy to the World also pinpointed those pitfalls in the character.
Hey,
Like,
buddy, you don't have any chairs. Like,
yeah, like
no one wants to
literally
be there.
no chairs. The his whole like spending the year there with the assistant, whatever the yeah the I
The
don't know,
concierge, whatever.
concierge. Yeah, exactly. Like him having to deal with his own growth in a very kind of non-linear way. It was very intense, and I think he's understanding that he has to grow as well, and he has still some internalizing to do about his own issues and his own problems. And I think that is part of Russell's overall arc that he wants to tell as the Doctor's story now, you know what I mean? Like, so I think we're definitely going to keep challenging him, and we're definitely going to keep seeing ways in which he is pitted against moments that he can't deal with. Just from seeing it in the trailers, Verada's companion is definitely gonna challenge him. Like, she seems to be the type of be like, she's not gonna take shit from the Doctor, you know what I mean? She's not gonna hold back. Like, she's gonna put him in his place if she needs to. So I think it's gonna be interesting.
Yep. No, I definitely think Russell is gonna enjoy taking the character through a trip, let's say. And I'm very excited to see how this season surprises me.
Mm-hmm.
Last season surprised me in so many wonderful ways, I think. In ways I wasn't definitely not expecting. Like, I did not go in thinking, oh, a fourth Doctor villain is gonna come back. Like, of course, I didn't go in thinking about that. So, there's gonna be like this whole racism episode with people living in their phones. Like, 73 yards, dude, a fucking bottle episode in the middle of nowhere with the companion. So, Poop was fine.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm just excited to go on that journey with Russell and see what he's cooked up. Let's go then to the short behind the scenes.
Let's short it out.
Short it out. Hey, shorty.
Hey, shorty.
Hey, camera set.
It's nice to be back. The stories are bigger, brighter, more epic. And the adventures are just a lot more of a roller coaster.
I can't believe I get to be the companion. I'm Farida. I'm playing Belinda.
Amazing working with Varda. She's an incredible actor and has brought such energy and vibrancy and life into the show.
Wow! It's incredible.
Cut in there! Reset!
It's such a privilege to be able to inhabit this character, this world, and especially with someone as amazing as Shooty, and be able to travel through space and time.
That is exceptional. It was so nice having Millie Gibson back, bringing a healthy dose of chaos and cheekiness and mischief. So nice that Ruby Sunday's like a staple in the Doctor Who world. Anita Dobson. Mrs. Flood is back, badder than ever.
Each episode is a totally different place, a different plot, different cultures, different eras, different bad guys. It is so varied. It really is the dream job.
It's fun and jam-packed with a lot of thrills, madness, mayhem, adventure. Don't forget to click below.
There's a space station episode.
That's something. A space station episode.
That's something I think I have. I mean, was Space Babies a space station episode?
In a way, it can be considered one. Yes.
Yeah, I like a space station episode.
I love a good space station episode. Yeah, I mean, more so than that, like, there's so many things there's so many little details about everything going into this. Like, the original theme is back. I'm intrigued.
The original theme?
Well, they're playing a lot the So is Bad Wolf coming back? Like,
shut your horn mouth.
They literally just played it in the sneak peek, you piece of shit.
Really?
So I was just saying, I'm so intrigued. Like, I don't know where the show is going, but I'm loving it so far. And like I said, it's a new era. I can't complain that, like, it's all new stuff and it's very much like even the trailer. There's so much exposition to a story that all of us should already know, but of course they have to do it like it's necessary. Like, you can't expect people to have these like 60-year-old backstory to a show, you know.
I'm the Doctor. It's ridiculous.
I'm the Doctor. I'm a Time Lord. I have two hearts. I live
I'm the last of the Time Lords.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I never visited my home planet since like I came back. Like, all this sort of stuff. Like, you know.
Quick question. I don't think this season, but do you think Shooty will get to go into like Gallifrey lore? Like, if you think about it, Matt Smith is one of the Doctors, and maybe, I mean, well, Matt Smith does the whole 50th thing, but like, there's not a lot of Gallifrey lore in his story. But then you have the 50th, so like everything I said, it's so big that it gets undone.
I would disagree and say that Matt Smith's whole arc is about Gallifrey lore.
Yeah.
I will say maybe Eccleston has the least.
Yeah, but he just has like one season.
Of course. But like, you know, like David Tennant is like all about Gallifrey. And then Peter Capaldi, pretty much all about Gallifrey.
I mean, Jodie is like the mother of all.
Yeah, exactly.
Gallifrey lore dumps.
I think it's going to come, but I think he's also accepting of like there's nothing there for him at this point. So I'm wondering where he's going with his own arc, you know, because I think they're starting to play into this whole timeless child thing, which is like Gallifrey is only a stop in his journey. You know what I mean? There's something beyond Gallifrey for him. So
could you imagine that Russell's story ends up being a tie-in to the Timeless Kids?
He has said that he's not breaking that.
No, I know.
Canon, so
but by the way, I'm fine with him not breaking it. Like, again, I know it's weird, but like at the same time, like, who gives a shit? Like,
No, of course.
he's a
at
dude
this
or
point,
dudette flying in a blue box. Like,
exactly. At this point, I don't care. So, but again, there is something to play into that. So I don't know where they're going with this whole thing. I really don't know what kind of story they're playing out in the season. I also don't know how long we're gonna have Chuti for. So, like, let's say this season could have nothing to do with Gallifrey, and then his last season is all about Gallifrey.
no,
You know
that,
what
that,
I
that
mean? Like,
that's what I'm thinking. I don't think
yeah.
we're gonna get into any of it this season. But like,
But again, we don't know what Mrs. Flood is. What if she is the tie-in to Gallifrey? Like,
dude, but wait a second.
we've speculated her Time Lordness.
No. Fuck Mrs. Flood. I we established this whole bi-generation thing.
Right.
Can the master bi-generate? And we get like a good master, aka Missy, and a bad master, like,
Wait, did Russell himself not say that every doctor has bi-generated in...
every doctor exists, like, somewhere in the timeline.
Right.
Like, every doctor is hanging out and having fun. There's an Eccleston, there's a...
Because there should be.
Of course.
I mean, that'd be interesting. A bi-generated master. Although we still have the tooth thing, which is like, why make that shot if it wasn't gonna play into anything?
I mean, I think it's gonna play into something, just not yet. I don't think Russell T Davies leaves the show and not answer that question. That'd be crazy. Like,
again, we're talking about the guy who brought it all back already once, so
yeah, we'll
he
see.
can do it again.
We'll see.
I still remember Utopia, like the way he brought back the Master in that season, like,
that was
insanity.
That, for me, it was weird because I knew he was gonna be the Master, but like seeing it play out was crazy. Like,
yeah,
because they never hint at it.
No.
It's just like this random
As somebody
episode.
who was watching it, like, not knowing anything, I can tell you that was insane.
No, but since I knew, I went in and I was like, okay, when are they gonna reveal it? And I was like shocked, like, is he really the Master? So no, whatever. Tony, I keep forgetting this. We're 28 minutes in and almost done, but we're on YouTube, people. We're on YouTube, people. Yeah, we brought in our podcast to YouTube, and we're gonna bring this one too. So you can still listen to us wherever it was you listened to us, but yeah, we're on YouTube now. And this is gonna be like a raw episode because I have not done the whole videos and things for intro, outro, whatever, but that's coming, so maybe next week. Maybe not. Who the fuck knows? Anyways.
This is raw. Welcome to
Raw.
Bad Wolf Broadcast, raw.
Tony, what else?
I mean, obviously, it goes without saying. As we said, we're back. With episodes coming back, we're likely gonna start doing the weekly reviews as we did before. So definitely you will be hearing us once a week for the next 8 weeks at least.
Yeah,
we have 8
debrief
episodes
at the
coming
end.
back. Of course, yeah, we'll do a recap. We'll check it out. We'll see what we have going forward. So it's going to be an interesting season. We will be interested to hear your thoughts on things. So definitely let us know what you think is going to happen, where you think we're going with the show, what is going to be the big reveal of this season.
If any,
or if it's just going to be a regular season. Is this Martha Jones all over again? I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. But no, we're very excited. Honestly, it looks great. We look like we're having a great cast of guest stars coming back. Like we said, we already mentioned Alan Cummings and Millie Gibson coming back, but there's a bunch of new characters coming back throughout the season. It's gonna be interesting. We have some sort of musical episode. We have the animated episode. We have space stations. We have the past. We have the future. We have the present.
We have
The
the
TARDIS
Doctor.
doesn't work, so it's gonna be a classic season of Doctor Who.
Yay! Before we go, Tony, I wanted to quickly mention last week, 20 years of Rose, the return of Doctor Who.
Yep.
That's how the episode is called. I just wanted to quickly mention that and just say I always say this when we talk about Eccleston and that episode, but I think it's one of the most perfect pilots I have seen. Like that moment when the introduction to the Doctor, like just hold my hand and run, and we know everything we need to know about those two characters. Like that's what they're gonna be doing for the rest of the season, just running.
For
So
the rest of their lives, if you think about it.
I mean, Rose is alone somewhere, so
Hey, but that doesn't mean she's not running.
She's probably running from Mickey. So yeah, I that's still one of my favorite Doctor Who episodes. The worst thing I can say about it though is like it's 20 years old and it doesn't look 20 years old. It looks 30 years old.
Yeah, it looks 40 years old in my opinion, and that is only because television didn't have the same growth as like film did. It took a bit to kind of have that jump. And hey, they got to it, and that's all I can say. They got to it. I still remember the premiere of season 5 when it was widescreen and it was like perfect, and it was like, oh my god, what? Actual special effects? What's happening?
Yep.
Did they get ILM to do this?
Yep.
But yeah, no, it is dated, but it is a great episode. Great writing. Again, the introduction to Doctor Who, to a new era, new people. That was a gamble. It was a gamble for Russell T. It was a gamble for the BBC. They did not know if it was gonna hit the same way that it hit, but here we are, 20 years later, and we're still running. So
it's also it's called Rose because it's the first Rose episode, and Rose ended up being one of my favorite companions in the whole thing. So, that's always cool. And we get one of my favorite background Doctor Who characters, Jackie.
Jackie is still such a. Thinking of
what
like,
a gal.
the Doctor, a character who is so almost untouchable in many ways, yet he does not want to deal with Jackie. He's afraid of Jackie.
Oh, Jackie. Every time she shows up, what a treat. What a joy. God bless her. So yeah, no, I just wanted to mention Rose. I think the entire Eccleston era is underrated, and that episode specifically, I think it's one of the best ones. So yeah, 20 years of Rose to 20 more years of Doctor Who. Yay!
Yes, I mean they got to. They realized that this is a show that has to live on forever. So
yeah. Okay, Tony. Okay, guys. If there's nothing else we want to talk about, I think not. We'll see you guys next week. Batwolf Tuesdays is back effective immediately. So yeah, again, no outro, no anything. So see you guys next week.
Ooh.